Imagine you are living in a world where every judgment, every critical glance, and every negative word from others has no power over you. A world where insults and criticism roll off you like water sliding off a duck's feathers, leaving no trace behind. In this video, we will explore 8 profound lessons inspired by Buddhist philosophy, helping you remain steady through life's storms, maintaining calmness and clarity in every situation. This is a journey of self-transformation, nurturing wisdom, compassion, and inner strength so you can live a life of true freedom and serenity. Lesson 1: Never harbor hatred toward those who hate you. When you are criticized, looked down upon, or treated unfairly, feeling hurt is completely natural. But the true path to inner peace is not found in revenge or in returning hate with hate. Instead, we are called to rise above negativity. Those who harbor hatred often carry deep pain, fear, and unresolved misunderstandings within themselves. They try to project their inner struggles onto others, but we have the power to refuse to accept it. Your worth and your peace are never defined by someone else's words or actions. So why waste your precious time and energy hating someone who isn't even worthy of occupying space in your thoughts? Choosing not to hate does not mean approving of harmful actions. It simply means understanding that holding on to hatred only weighs you down, clouds your mind, and pulls you away from your true purpose. Let the wisdom of the Buddha guide you. Do not waste your life on those who seek to bring you down. Instead, invest your energy in cultivating kindness, patience, and compassion within yourself. By doing so, you walk the path of true freedom, unshaken by the noise of hatred. Lesson 2: Practice humility. Buddha once shared a timeless truth. A man is not called wise because he talks a lot. He is truly wise if he is loving, peaceful, and fearless. These words give us deep insight into the true nature of humility, a quality often misunderstood in our fast-paced, achievement-driven society. Humility is not about belittling yourself or pretending to be less than you are. It is the ability to recognize your own value while also respecting the worth of others without bragging or constantly seeking validation. Humility allows us to learn more easily, listen more deeply, and avoid the arrogance that blinds us with ego. A truly humble person doesn't need to speak too much to prove themselves. Their life itself becomes the most powerful testimony. Humility is not about hiding your achievements or pretending to be smaller than you are. It is not about denying your abilities or self-worth. True humility is the deep understanding that genuine wisdom goes far beyond elegant words and outward displays. A truly wise person does not seek attention through grand speeches or flashy gestures. They radiate peace, love, and courage in every word they speak, every action they take, and every way they treat others. They move through life with an open heart, always ready to listen, learn, and grow because they understand they will never know everything. Humility breaks down the walls of arrogance and pride, making space for active listening, deeper understanding, and genuine empathy. When we practice humility, we are not merely accepting others passively, but actively embracing the truth that all life is interconnected. Remember, wisdom is not measured by the number of words we speak, but by the depth of humility within our hearts. By cultivating this quality, not only transform our own lives, but also become a guiding light that spreads compassion and kindness to all living beings. Lesson 3: Don't let others steer the ship of your life. Picture your life as a one-of-a-kind journey, an adventurous trek through a vast and breathtaking forest. Along the way, you will meet many people, some offering advice, some sharing opinions, and others judging the choices you make. They are like signposts on the trail, each one pointing in a different direction, each carrying its own perspective on where you should go or how you should live. But the path you walk is yours alone. Buddha once left us with this timeless teaching. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. In our daily lives, this means focusing your energy on the path you are walking right now, rather than being swayed by the opinions, judgments, or expectations of others. Just as a hiker keeps their eyes on the trail beneath their feet, we must place our attention on the present moment, trusting it will guide us forward. We can listen to others with an open heart, but we must also trust the voice within the truest guide for our life's journey. Your wisdom, values, and intuition are your true compass. Only you have the right to hold the wheel and decide where the ship of your life will go. The world may lay out countless crossroads and countless voices, each with its own opinion, but only you have the authority to choose your path. When you live fully in the present and make decisions from a place of authenticity, you gain the strength to follow the call of your heart. In that state, no matter how many opinions or judgments surround you, you remain steady, confident, and unshaken. Always remember, this life is yours to create, and no one else can live it for you. Stay true to who you are, trust your inner compass, and never let the noise of others steer you off the unique course that is yours alone. Lesson 4. Listen twice as much as you speak. This lesson reveals the profound power of listening, an act that goes far beyond simply hearing words, reaching into the heart of truly understanding the essence behind them. Buddha once said, "To understand everything is to forgive everything." He was not only speaking about forgiveness in its traditional sense, but about the deep wisdom that comes from truly listening. To truly understand, we must listen not only to words, but also to what lies beyond them, the emotions, the stories, and the unspoken needs. When we listen more than we speak, we open our minds to the richness of the world around us. Listening is not about remaining silent for the sake of avoiding conflict. It is about active engagement, observing eyes, sensing feelings, and recognizing the deeper layers of a story. From this, compassion and empathy naturally grow, allowing us to see the intricate web of human connection. In a world where speaking often takes the spotlight, listening becomes a quiet yet powerful act of strength. True listening is not passive. It is a conscious choice to open both heart and mind. When we truly listen, we don't just gather information, we grow in wisdom and understanding. And when we do speak, our words carry more weight, depth, and meaning because they come from a place of genuine awareness and empathy. Listening is not limited to conversations between people. It extends to every corner of life, the rustle of leaves in the wind, the stillness of nature, the silent struggles of others, and even the quiet spaces within ourselves. When we truly listen, we begin to understand the world in all its complexity and interconnectedness, how every moment speaks in its own way, and how every living being holds something precious to share. By listening twice as much as we speak, we open new realms of awareness, empathizing with what has never been voiced and sensing what remains unseen. Through this, our connection to others, to life, and to the truth deep within us becomes stronger and more profound. Listening transforms into a path toward wisdom, a practice that nurtures peace and a way of seeing the world through clarity and compassion. So when we act as if nothing bothers us, it's not because we shut the world out. It's because we listen so deeply, so completely, that noise no longer shakes us. In that depth of listening, we find peace, and in our growth, we come to realize the profound truth of our endless interconnection and the boundless compassion that resides within us all. Lesson 5. Accept the worst in life. One of the greatest sources of anxiety is the belief that misfortune is always lurking just around the corner. We fear that the ones we love may leave, that we might lose our job, or that financial ruin is on the horizon. Though born from uncertainty, these fears often take root in our minds, occupying valuable space and energy. Day after day, a new fear emerges, a new what-if creeps in. This constant stream of imagined worst-case scenarios keeps our minds tense and our hearts uneasy, trapping us in a state of perpetual worry. In Buddhist teaching, there is a profound truth that can shift our perspective and free us from this cycle. Suffering is an inevitable part of life. But it is not suffering itself that brings us pain, it is our attachment to the idea that life should always unfold the way we want it to. When we expect only happiness and comfort, we unknowingly plant the seeds of disappointment. It is only when we accept even the worst possibilities as part of our journey that we open the door to genuine inner peace. When life brings challenges instead of resisting or denying them, Buddha teaches us to embrace impermanence, to understand that both joy and sorrow are merely passing guests. In Buddhist wisdom, suffering is not something to avoid at all costs, but something to face with equanimity. When we train our minds to see hardships as a natural part of life's flow, we free ourselves from the chains of constant worry. With this mindset, we approach difficulties with strength and clarity, trusting that we are capable of overcoming any storm. Our minds remain calm, our hearts remain courageous, and the future no longer shakes us because we are already prepared. Make accepting the worst a way of life. In doing so, you release yourself from fear's grip while cultivating resilience, peace, and the wisdom to face life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and composure. Walking this path, we discover that nothing can truly disturb our inner peace, for we have already embraced whatever may come. Lesson 6. Recognizing the trap of wealth. Buddha once said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment, the greatest wealth, and faithfulness, the best relationship." This teaching reminds us that true fulfillment does not come from accumulating material possessions, but from living simply, practicing gratitude and building meaningful connections. In today's modern world, we often measure success by the money we earn, the status we hold, or the comforts we surround ourselves with. But Buddha's wisdom urges us to reflect on the impermanence of all things. The cars we drive, the houses we live in, the luxuries we enjoy, all are temporary, destined to change or fade away. Material comforts may bring fleeting joy, but if they become the center of our lives, we will forever be chasing more, never satisfied. True wealth, as Buddha teaches, is found in contentment, the ability to find peace and joy in the present moment, to appreciate what we already have rather than constantly yearning for more. It lives in the simple pleasures of life, a warm meal, a peaceful morning, a heartfelt embrace, a genuine smile from a friend, a shared meal with family, or a peaceful walk in nature. These are the moments that nourish our souls and fill our hearts with lasting contentment. Buddha reminds us that the most valuable treasures are not found in possessions, but in the relationships we nurture. Faithfulness, trust, and genuine connection are the true foundations of a fulfilling life. In the embrace of those we love, we find support, joy, and a sense of belonging, things no material object could ever provide. These relationships form the bedrock of lasting happiness, transcending the fleeting nature of external wealth. As we journey through life, we must remain mindful of the trap of becoming too attached to material possessions. Instead, let us cherish our health, cultivate contentment in our hearts, and nurture the relationships that truly matter. By doing so, we gain a form of profound and enduring wealth, one that brings lasting happiness, peace, and a deeper understanding of life's true purpose. Lesson 7. See failure as a stepping stone, not something to fear. Buddha, the wise and compassionate teacher, once said, "Each morning we are born again. What we do today is what matters most. This teaching invites us to see each day as a rebirth, a fresh opportunity to learn, grow, and transform, instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks. We can choose to see them as stepping stones to greater strength. Think of life as a path made up of countless steps. Some steps are light and easy, while others feel heavy, weighed down by obstacles. When we stumble instead of giving up, we must remember that every fall is a chance to rise higher. Like a child learning to walk, no one quits after falling a few times. With each attempt, we grow steadier, more confident, and more capable. In the same way, failures are not the end. They are valuable lessons pointing out where we can improve. Each mistake offers an opportunity to grow wiser and more resilient, much like a sculptor, patiently chiseling a block of stone where every strike, every cut, gradually reveals the masterpiece within. Just like a sculptor patiently striking a block of stone, challenges and failures in life are the subtle forces that reveal the most beautiful version of who we are. Every stumble is a moment of refinement, making us stronger, wiser, and more experienced. So do not fear the unknown or the possibility of failure. Take risks, try new things, and understand that failure is simply a natural part of the journey. Each setback carries a key to your growth, opening the door to new levels of understanding and resilience. What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you rise, and with each rise you become steadier, more capable, and more prepared. This is the path to self-discovery and personal growth, and it begins with the courage to face every challenge, knowing that each one brings you closer to the best version of yourself. Lesson 8. Remember that death awaits at the end of the road. At first, this may sound pessimistic, but it is not a call to despair. It is a reminder of life's impermanence. In Buddhist philosophy, we are encouraged to reflect on death, not to fear it, but to live more consciously and fully. Realizing that death is the final destination of all our efforts prompts us to ask, how am I truly spending my time and energy? Is it worth trading 20 years of my life just to pay for a house I cannot take with me when we acknowledge that death comes for us all? It's like carrying a small notebook, not for bills or appointments, but as a constant reminder of what truly matters. Impermanence teaches us that setbacks are not the end of the world, and life is not an endless stretch of time. Instead, we gain a realistic perspective. Our time here is limited. And with that awareness, we make the most of every moment, focusing on love, connection, and wisdom. When we fully embrace these 8 principles, we give ourselves the power to live as if nothing can truly disturb us. We learn to let go of unnecessary burdens, focusing our mind and energy on what truly matters. Remember that peace and wisdom are always within reach. Life is fleeting, and it is up to us to decide how fully we live it with mindfulness and compassion. Keep these teachings close like a trusted companion, and let them guide you toward a life filled with serenity, strength, and understanding. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content that can help you transform your life for the better. And finally, as you continue walking your own path, do so with confidence. And remember, nothing can shake a soul that is deeply rooted in wisdom.